You can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So yeah, we live now. It says we was already live for 13 seconds. So yeah, peace, everybody, and welcome to this live podcast that myself, the God Farik Allah, and Maccabi Hillel Nagid. He should be coming on shortly. Pardon the little delay. I was trying to do a little bit too much as far as setting up. But nevertheless, we're going to get right to it. There was myself and one of my brethren, it was Maccabi as a matter of fact, we were speaking yesterday, and it was something that was said that brought up, or it sparked a thought or a recent memory or a memory of a recent experience or occurrence that I had. Before I continue on, I just want to make sure that I can be heard. Farik Allah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, cool. I can hear you as well. So, and also, I want this to be something, like I said, I want this to be something participatory. So, if anyone wants to get on, feel free. I will send you the link, and you can join on. Just make sure that your mic, your camera, whatever you have is set up and ready so we can go. Anyway, so boom. This subject is the dangers of hookup culture. And I know it's going to sound strange to a lot of folks because lately, depending on who you're talking to and who the audience is or who the demographics are, that seems to be the trending thing, the popular thing. You know, just randomly hooking up for the sake of fun. You know, as they say, YOLO, you only live once, YOLO, and a whole bunch of stuff. This particular podcast and this message is not for everybody. It's not going to resonate with everybody. This is only going to resonate with certain persons that are living on a certain frequency. Let me see. Pause just for a moment. I'm getting some comments on this post inside of on Facebook on the events. But anyway, so a lot of the stuff that we, like the Quran says, you know, evil's been made fair seeming to folks. You know, that right has been made to appear wrong, wrong has been made to appear right, up has been made to appear down, down has been made to appear up, etc., etc., etc. But we're not even going to do all of the religious goody two-shoe stuff because the perspective that I'm coming from is a very practical and real perspective. A couple of weeks ago at the US Open, I was contracting there independently. And you know, I'm there handling my business, working and everything. And I noticed like that, if anybody's familiar with the US Open, has ever been there, it attracts people from around the world, literally from around the entire globe. They all come to this international tennis tournament. And there were lots and lots and lots of women there from all races, all over the planet. And one of the things that I noticed, this was just from my experience, was that a lot of these women, they were very friendly, they're very talkative. You know, they would come up to you, initiate conversation with you. And some of the conversations, of course, some of the women, they wanted, well, a few of them, but they seemed it's more of a liking to me than others. So they would stick around and talk longer. So we would exchange information. And, you know, one said to me in particular, you know, she says, what are you doing after this? What are you doing tonight? And my response, because my mind frame is so much where it is, my response was, well, you know, it's going to be real late and everything, so I'm just going to go home and relax, you know, catch up on some rest and just get ready to come back here tomorrow. And her response was, oh, okay, so maybe we can hook up maybe Saturday or Sunday or a day that, you know, that you have free. And immediately it just dawned on me, like, wait a minute. Oh, she was trying to hook up. And for me, it was a culture shock because the last time I did stuff like that, I was in my 20s, early 20s. It's been so long ago that I was just, carelessly engaged and stuff like that. What the difference today versus a long time ago is because as men, when you're on a certain wavelength, a certain frequency, a certain way of thinking, when you are on, so when I say God-centered, I'm not speaking goody two-shoes, religious, holier than thou, anything like that. I'm speaking from a very practical, real, and scientific perspective. But when you're on that level of wavelength, you're particular about what you eat, the things you put in your body. You're particular about the things you put in your body, the things you put on your body, the things you engage yourself in, because you're just on that frequency. And as for me personally, I look at it as genetic health. The first book of the Bible is Genesis, it's gene theory. Looking at overall genetic and hygienic health. Hygienic, genetic, it's all science. Anyway, so when you're on that frequency, certain things that are regular to folks, like eating swine's flesh, putting certain chemicals or toxins in your body, eating certain foods, some of those things that are just common and regular and everyday and even pleasurable to others, they're like gross. We're grossed out by it. You know what I'm saying? So we have standards. And what the difference between myself today and, way back when I was ignorant is that, I'm trying to find a way to word this. When it comes to hookup culture, meaning, okay, a woman that I just met, the idea, I can't even get into the mindset of I want to stick this woman or want to give her the divine, you know what I'm saying, or give her the deal, whatever the case is. I can't even get into that mindset until I vet her. I have to know, what she's about, what she does. I mean, she could have ate a whole giant bowl of hog maws and pig ears and pig feet, for all I know, just prior. She could have probably slept with a woman in that situation, could have probably slept with, you know what I'm saying? So had sex with somebody just prior. She could have put all types of maybe cocaine or whatever in her body and her mind. And these are things that we have to think about, brothers. I understand, because the way some of us have been taught to think, that if a woman want to give you some power that you just met, you think it's your lucky day, you think you the man. But you got to think about this. Where has this woman been? Who is this woman? You could be sticking your divine eye, see king, in a whole pig and not even be aware of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just certain things. I'm going to have to stand up, because when I stand, right now I'm sitting down, and as I'm sitting down, it's not coming to my head. But when I'm standing up, moving around, it comes. But there's certain things that actually gross us out because we haven't engaged in that type of stuff. Like, again, certain foods, certain things, certain toxins, whatever, certain things that people do for fun. Some of those things will gross us out. Like even the smell of swine cooking. If you haven't eaten it, or if you haven't eaten it in a long time, the smell of it will make you sick. You know what I'm saying? So certain things that don't gross certain folks out, if you on a God frequency or God-minded wavelength, it'll gross you out. So now your standards automatically raise if you take yourself seriously. This is why I said this isn't for everybody. Before I continue on to the next point, because this is all freestyling, you know what I'm saying? Before I continue on to the next point, I'm gonna check in with Farik Allah. Feel free, to share your thoughts on that, what was just stated, or if it's something else that you want to add in particular, And you can take the mic off when we speaking too. This is a dialogue, So yeah.
There you go. Just briefly, what I have to say about this basically it's targeting body hoteps, just waiting in the underworld for, the power you.
Yeah.
And the easily accessible power you has always been a strange thing to me. Maybe because I might have succumbed to the propaganda and hard to grip. But it was always been strange to me. Before I got to know stuff.
Yeah, Fareed, quick thing. It's I'm having difficulty. It's coming a little bit broken up on your end. I'm having a little difficulty hearing you. So just wanted. I don't know if the audiences or those listening do, but I have a slight difficulty hearing you.
Is it the feedback?
Oh no, it's not the feedback. It just was a little bit broken up, like a little choppy. But it's good now. Now it sounded okay.
Okay. So I'm noticing like a little slight delay. When I speak.
Yeah.
But you can hear me though.
I can hear you now. Let me see. We were having, you know what? Let's see. I'm checking on the page. The settings. Okay, it's now public. The settings on this was set to kind of. Okay, there it is now. There it is. Okay. All right. Yeah. Are you speaking through a mic or earbuds or just speaking directly into the device?
I'm speaking directly into the device.
Oh, okay. It might
Is that what
require. Huh?
Is that what it is?
That's what I think it is. That could be what it is. Okay, now we're getting the viewers coming on. So yeah, there's a few technical difficulties we was getting through. So we may have to start again. Go ahead. Yeah, that might be what it is. You might have to, if you have earbuds or mic, you might have to add that in.
Okay. How did you put the earbud here? Let's see.
Share this on my page again.
And you have yours hooked up to the laptop.
That's how I had mine, but now I don't have any in because I was using a Blue Yeti mic, but it started bugging out, so I just took it out since you could hear me like this and just started speaking directly into the device. But can you hear me clearly as I'm speaking into the device, or is it choppy?
No, I can hear you clearly. Mine is just giving like a feedback.
Okay, let me see. Are you still speaking into the device right now, right? Or is it earbuds or mic?
I'm still speaking into the device.
Oh, okay. If you have a pair of earbuds that can fit into the laptop or mic, you could probably try that. Or you could even use your phone. If you can also log in through your phone.
So I can log into both.
Yes, sir.
Let me try that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, let me know once you get the other device in and I could, we can run that test. But anyway, while Fareed is getting his equipment set up, I'm just going to run by what the audience missed because I had the settings on private unknowingly, so the intro was missed. But anyway, I was speaking on the detriments of what's referred to as hookup culture, the one night stand, just meet a chick culture. And part of me, if I'm speaking from the perspective of a man, because that's what I am, but women, ladies that are listening to this, you can take it and flip it and make sense out of it because you're all intelligent enough to do so. So, I was speaking on the detriments of not hip-hop, oh my goodness. We probably got to do one on the detriments of modern hip-hop culture. Shalom to Yada Ben Yisrael. Yes, sir. I was speaking on the detriments of hookup culture. And I was speaking with one of my brethren. It was Maccabi Hillel Nagid yesterday. And it was something that was said that sparked. And I said, you know what we actually got to do? we got to do a podcast on this. You know what I'm saying? Hold on one second. Okay, there it is. Yeah, we got to do a podcast on this. So a couple of weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago, everyone, I don't know if if you're not familiar with the U.S. Open, but the U.S. Open is a yearly or annual tennis tournament. It's a It's a tennis tournament of world-class tennis players that takes place in New York. And it's in the Queens area. And people from around the world come here. Now, people like to talk about festivals and different, parades and stuff. There's none of that. There's nothing like the U.S. Open. Those who haven't been there, you might think it's some quote-unquote white people stuff. No, it's nothing like the U.S. Open. I mean, it's packed with people from around the world, the globe, to see this international tennis tournament. And there are, again, peace to the brother, Shalom, Yadi Ben Yisrael. There are people from around the world, and there are lots of women there. There are tons of women there, tons. So I was contracting there. I do independent contracting and work. I'm contracting there for this event, which lasted for about 2 weeks. And a lot of the women that were there were a lot of women that were just very friendly. They would come and just initiate conversation. Some would stick around longer than others. And I've gotten like several women from all over, would come initiate conversations. We would switch numbers. One in particular, and this happened on more than one occasion. In the middle of our conversation, or she said, "So, what are you doing later on this evening?" And my response was, "Well, it's been a long day today, so I'm just gonna head back home and relax and get ready to come back here tomorrow." And she was like, "Oh, okay, all right. So maybe we could hook up Sunday or Monday when you're free." And it just hit me. It actually didn't hit me right then, but it hit me later on. I was like, "Wait a minute." She was trying to hook up that night, which, okay, I get it. I don't know. Maybe she wanted to hang out, chill, whatever the case. That's still risky behavior, especially for women nowadays. But anyway, immediately. Well, let me not say immediately, because what came to mind for me was hookup culture and what usually goes on with hookup culture. People hook up and people do what they do, The difference between me when I was in my early 20s versus me today is that, when I'm going to speak for myself. When I was in my early 20s, I knew a lot, but I didn't know a lot. I knew what I knew, which was a lot for a man in his early 20s, but I still didn't know anything. So, we were reckless. We were careless. We did stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Laquasia Charity, peace. Thanks for tuning in. So yeah, we did reckless stuff like that, but we didn't think about, it's not even about consequences. Well, it is about consequences. Not even consequences following. We just look at the stuff beforehand. Now, I'm not coming from a churchy, goody two-shoe, religious, holier than thou perspective. I'm coming from a very practical perspective. As I said in the intro, that this here, it isn't for everybody. This is only for certain people that are on a certain wavelength. When you are on a God-centered frequency, and when I say God-centered wavelength or frequency, I'm not speaking about, again, churchy, goody two-shoe, holier than thou, religious, or anything like that. I'm speaking from a the most highest scientific, practical, pragmatic perspective, for lack of a better term. But when you're on that wavelength, you're particular about the food you put in your body. Of course, the swine flesh, other types of flesh. Some people stop eating certain things, and some people will eat other things, and so on and so forth. But you're particular about what you put in your body, the food you put in your body, the drugs or chemicals or toxins you put in or on your body. When you take yourself seriously and you're on that God wavelength, you have standards naturally. So, when you have these standards, the standards that you have, the things that you might perceive as gross, or even some of the things that might have made you sick, like if you don't eat swine, if you never eaten it, or if you stop eating it and haven't eaten it in a long time, and then someone's cooking it, just the smell of it will make you sick, it'll make you nauseous. So certain things that people would indulge in, which to them is nothing because their bodies are used to the toxins or whatever the case is, to them it's nothing. To a person that's been on that God wavelength or the God-minded wavelength, it would actually not just repulsive, but it could actually make them sick. So, bringing this back to hookup culture, it's nothing for the average man to meet a physically attractive woman and, she want to give him some power you, savior, PUSS. She want to give him some that night. And for the average man, right, which a lot of men are average, he thinks it's his lucky night. This is the average man. The average man that doesn't care what he puts in his body, what he eats, what he drinks, what he put on his body. He's just living vicariously. But for the man that's on that God-minded wavelength, or even a woman, but again, I'm a man, I'm speaking as a man. Women, y'all can flip it, and you know what I mean, y'all intelligent enough to do so. But when you are on that level of thinking, immediately, well, I can speak for myself, and Farik, you can add on, anybody else. And if anybody wants to come in, I just want to state this, right? Anybody that wants to come on, just let me know. I will put the link there for you, and you can join us in this conversation live. But just make sure your mic and your thing is ready. But anyway, for those that are on that wavelength, right? For me, myself specifically, the first thing I'm thinking is, okay, yeah, this woman's attractive, but I just met her. It's barely been an hour. She wants to hook up. What if, for all I know, this woman could have eaten, I don't know what she was eating. She could have had a whole big giant bowl of hog maws, pig ears, pigtails, and pig feet, and pork chops, for all I know. Or she might have smoked or snorted, whatever, for all I know. She might have had sex just recently with whomever just prior to, you know what I'm saying? What I'm thinking is, whoa, hold up. I don't know if I'm sticking my phallus inside of a whole pig or a drug-infested pig. I'm just not calling any names. I'm just saying these are the thoughts that run through my head. This woman has not been vetted. I don't know where she is, where she's been, who she is, what she's been involved in, what she's been engaged in. But some men, when they're not on that way of thinking, they'll bring a whole entity. This woman could be a whole foreign, haram, non-kosher, toxic entity, demon, into your bed and thinking that you're lucky. Are you really lucky? Think about this now. Or is this going to disturb your peace somehow, some way? The Arabic word for peace is salam. You know what I'm saying? And the Hebrew word for peace is shalom. You know what I mean? So these are the thoughts that I'm thinking when a woman that you didn't even exist in my universe an hour ago or a day ago, and we connect and she wants to quote unquote hook up right away. Yeah. So these are the thoughts that I'm thinking. She hasn't been vetted. For me to actually want to take it there with a woman, I would have to at the very least, be observant of, okay, who is she? What is her diet like? What is her lifestyle like? You know what I'm saying? Is she clean? The average man don't even think about these things, and I'm going to get into the detrimental effects of that shortly, but that's what I opened up with, which we're going to take this even further. Farik, if there's something that you wanted to add on, which I think we're having issues with the mic. Hopefully everybody can hear me. You know what I'm saying? Let me know in the chat if y'all can hear me. Farik, what are your thoughts? If there's something you wanted to add on to that, what would you say to that? Or did you want to add on your own perspective? Peace, Farik. Can you hear me?
Peace.
Yeah, peace. Okay, I can hear you. Yeah, yeah. Can you hear me, Fareed?
I can hear you, but for some reason, it's like really low.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
It's like really low.
Oh, so you're not able to hear me?
I can hear you, but it's like really low.
Okay, yeah. Those in the chat, please comment if you can hear me. If you can hear us. I hear Fareed quite well. I hear him and I hear his background. Were you able to hear me clearly, Fareed? Or you said you heard me low? What about those in the chat? Okay, I see.
Yeah, I can hear everything. It's very low. There's nothing coming in my
Okay, cause yeah, I hear you clear. We have Maccabi Hillel Nagid that's being added to the stream right now. Okay, Aleem says he can hear both of us. I hear you clearly, Fareed.
Okay, now I can hear you.
You hear me?
Okay. Yeah, okay, Maccabi's in right now.
Thank you, brother
Peace,
Maccabi.
Maccabi. Thanks for joining on. Yeah. All right, Yada says that he can hear both of us just fine. So I guess we can be heard. Maybe you might not be able to hear on your end, Fareed, but we can hear you quite well. And everyone can hear all
I can hear you now.
Okay, so Fareed, was there something you wanted to say to that? Wait, before we get to that, Maccabi, did you catch the? Are you just coming on? Did you catch anything that was stated earlier? If not, it's okay.
Coming on.
No problem, no problem. We're going to take it from there. All right, go ahead, Fareed. You wanted to add on, or you wanted to pass the mic?
So basically, just real fast, I would say that one has to be careful, especially nowadays in the light of the vaccinations or the shots. Basically, from what I'm seeing, hookup culture is genetic proclivities that a lot of us have been marked with, that we're trying to reform and get away from. As you spoke of, the hookup culture is very prevalent, more targeted towards the simps, bottom feeders, and those that adjust the low-hanging fruit. Is there any way you can cut that back noise out? Or is that?
Yeah. I don't know if you still hear anything. You still hear the back noise, Fareed?
Yeah. Or is it my? That's what I'm talking about. My echo. That's what I'm. It's not your back noise.
Oh, okay. Nah, I don't. Okay. I thought it was my back noise or one of our back noises. Cool. Yeah. I'm not able to tone it out, but we don't hear any echo on your end. You sound just fine to us.
Okay, I hear it in my background, like in my earbuds or whatever. But I'll continue real fast.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, this behavior is more so targeted towards black men and black women in our community. So these discussions and groups that we have are very important to get the message across, to really wake people up to the hookup culture, which has been a detriment to us and whatever aspirations that we have had to build strong families and a strong genetic bloodline. So I'm gonna leave it at that real fast and pass the mic to Brother Maccabi. Good to see you, beloved.
See you.
Bring me up to speed. What have we covered so far? I don't want to repeat what we've already done.
Bring me up to speed. What have we covered so far?
Pretty much, I introed or came into the introductory with what sparked this podcast, which what we discussed last night. Let me just go to some of these comments real quick. Allah salam to Alim Allah. Thanks for tuning on with us. Let's see. And, 1 second, brother Maccabi. So we got what is this? Yada bin Yisrael. You know, and my last one pretty slow here. But Israel, he gives the greetings to Farik. He says shalom to Farik. He says shalom to my brother Maccabi.
Going on, Yada.
Yeah, my laptop's moving kind of slow. Anyway, so yeah, okay, you were going. There it is. I'm seeing it on my phone. All right, so yeah, Maccabi, you was getting ready to add on.
Well, yeah, I just wanted to know what we've already covered. I didn't want to repeat anything we've already covered.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Being late.
Yeah, pardon so. So yeah, basically. Yeah, it's all good. Basically, some of what we discussed last night, yesterday, which is what sparked this podcast. We spoke about the hookup culture and how when you want a certain way of thinking, a certain level of maturity as a man, a certain level of experience as a man, on a certain wavelength, which we would call the God center wavelength, we are particular about the foods we eat. We're particular about the things we put in our bodies. We're particular about the things we put on our bodies. We're particular about these things, and when we become more particular about these things, we become more particular about the women we involve ourselves with and how we involve ourselves with them. We're not too particular to just jump the gun and feel like it's your lucky day because a chick want to give you some behind. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, hold on, I gotta check you out. I gotta vet you. You know what I'm saying? You might have just had a whole pork chop sandwich and now you want to put my phallus in your mouth. No, we can't have that. Nah. This is if you take yourself seriously. So that was pretty much it. And I gave some experiences a few weeks ago that I shared with you last night with different, that so many women that wanted to hook up at this event a couple weeks ago. And it kind of took me back. I was almost culture shocked because that's not even, I vet my women first. I'm not used to just, boom, let's hook up, let's go do this. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what we discussed, which is the intro. And I did say we were going to take things further, but that's what we started off with.
Yes, sir. 14 years ago, I was not an Israelite. I was I was living in Atlanta. And it was nothing. Have sex with a woman same day. Now,
one second, keep on.
The echo.
Oh,
is it echo?
Yeah, no, I don't know if I just want to ask the audience. Can y'all hear us fine? In the audience, let us know if you can hear us fine. If so, we continue going. If not, I'll just ignore the echo because not the echo. I'm hearing it's choppy on my end. I just want to make sure that the audience can hear. So somebody comment if you can hear us all just fine. Okay, now hear that on Maccabi. Yada says that.
I'll be right back.
All right.
I'll be right back.
Sure. I think that's my device though, more so than anything else. Let's go through some of these comments until Maccabi comes back. He says you have to take the earbuds out to clear the back echo. Let's see. So Yada says he's... Yada says, I hear Fareek's echo. It might be his earbuds. That was earlier on. Okay. So yeah, whenever you're ready, Maccabi, you could continue on.
Uh, okay, is there an echo now?
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Okay. I'm not hearing anything right now. Okay, Maccabi's back. Okay. Whenever you're ready, Maccabi, I hear clearly, so.
I can hear you.
Somebody's background, somebody may have to push mute as their background was being picked up. I think Maccabi's froze.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, Maccabi.
Echo?
Echo?
No, it's coming in broken up, but I hear you now.
Okay. So yeah,
Okay.
14 years ago,
14 years ago,
living in Atlanta,
Atlanta,
I hear the echo.
I hear the echo.
Yeah, we don't hear the echo. I actually took the mic out because Yada said it might have been my mic. I took the mic out, so I'm speaking directly into the device. It could be the mics, or it could be the mics we're speaking with. Maybe we should all take our mics out. That should help, but let's just see. Because I'm hearing fine now. Oh, they said the music.
Yeah, it's a
All right,
background.
let me try that. It might be the music. That's what
Like when we speak,
Let's check. Let's try this.
it repeats itself.
It repeats itself.
Let's try to take this music off.
Now yours don't echo.
Echo.
Yeah, yours is not echoing either, actually. You know, maybe you're hearing the repeat, but we're not hearing the echo. Let's see. Let's stop this. Okay. The music should stop. Okay, Maccabi should be right back in. And things should be going good now.
Awesome.
We're going to have to edit this.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah. So 14 years ago,
So 14
living in
years ago,
Atlanta,
living in Atlanta,
the hookup culture. I was a Christian.
I was a Christian.
You know, I didn't have any dietary laws. I didn't have any cleanliness laws. I was not an Israelite. Just with Christianity, anything goes, and hookup culture in Atlanta. 14 years ago. 14 years ago, how old was I? 47 minus 10 is 37. Minus 4 is 33. I was 33. Having a blast. It was nothing to have sex with a woman on the same day that you meet her. And now, like the conversation you and I were having last night, I hadn't done that in so long that being an Israelite now, it never occurred to me. It never occurred to me. Until just last night, our conversation. And I don't know how deep y'all went into it, but you're not supposed to touch according to Torah. her cycle, you know, 7 days she's unclean. Um, Eating prohibited foods, you know, touching unclean things. She's unclean to the even. She must wash, and she's unclean to the even. You're lucky today, unless she's aware of the instructions in Torah and she obeys them herself. You're lucky. You're gonna luck up and meet a vegan that hasn't touched anything unclean or done anything in 7 days. No. Today women are too liberated, too free. Now maybe in the 1950s and the 1940s, you could luck up on a woman, but even if you did, that woman is not going to have sex with you the same day. So it's just, we just live in a day and time where you have, like you said, you have to vet her, because she's throwing it at you and you're horny, and you can't think with your phallus like you used to. You have to have self-control, and you have to think about what it is that it could possibly happen. We are programmed to think about herpes. We're programmed to think about HIV. We're programmed to think about AIDS and syphilis and gonorrhea and all these things, chlamydia. We don't think about, okay, what if none of that is a concern? When was the last time she was on her cycle? Has she washed? Point blank period.
Right.
What, like you said, what has she eaten? Or here's one, and I don't know if y'all covered this. This girl who's willing to have sex with you the same day you meet her, has she already had sex with somebody else this morning?
Good question.
Has she already had sex with another dude? Or has another dude already had sex with her? What is the condition of her mouth? Now, me, I'm so hype, I'm so geek that this fine-ass female wants to, is being straight up, she's being to the point, and we like that. We like it when they blunt. We like it when they don't toy around. You know, so, oh wow, she ain't playing no games, she ain't making me, jump through no hoops, and I gotta take her out and spend this much, and I gotta get her kids a babysitter, and I gotta buy her 2 new outfits, cause she gotta know which one she wanna wear for the date. Nah, she ain't making me jump through none of them hoops. We like that when she is like, hey, hot and ready. That ain't the end all be all.
Real quick, I know Kiyama Shabazz says that it's still repeating. Are you still hearing a repeat, Kiyama? Just let me know. I think I can do something to take care of that. Hold on. Just place in the comments, or anybody that can comment. If you're hearing that repeat or that echo, let me know, and I'll see about getting that fixed. I think I know what that may be.
Yeah, it's still a repeat.
Okay, I think I know what that might be. Let me try something on my end. And I want to apologize earlier for the technical difficulties we was experiencing earlier. Yeah, this new music and all these new features that StreamYard has actually made things a bit more complicated. But and I haven't utilized this in a while. But let me try this real fast and see if this works. Just give me one moment. Yeah, cause this. Yeah, I didn't want this to get in the way of the message. We got some stuff we got fire we wanted to build on. Hold on. Okay. Oh shucks. So that's my background. I should have pressed mute. Hold on. Oh, it's too late now. Okay, are y'all still hearing that? Y'all still hearing that echo?
Let me see. Yeah, I see. I hear echo. I hear the repeating from myself.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Hold on. Still hearing it?
Testing
I
1,
don't
2,
hear
3.
Brother Maccabees.
Mine is gone. Yours is gone now.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mine's
is it
is
good
gone?
now?
None of us are repeating on my
Okay.
side.
What about y'all? No, I don't hear any repeating either.
I hear one. Yeah, I hear repeating on my side.
Okay. Yeah, I don't hear any repeating at all. So, yeah, I just heard an ambulance fire alarm. But it seems like we're ready to go. Whoever has the alarm or the ambulance probably just has. I'm gonna push mute on my end. I'll let you finish, Maccabi. Go on ahead.
Go ahead, beloved.
Go ahead, Maccabi. It's you. You got it.
I don't hear anything.
You don't hear anything?
I don't hear anything. I don't hear anything.
Okay, can you hear? Peace. Yeah, we talking.
Can you hear me?
You. Can you hear me? This is not good.
I can hear you.
Something went wrong. Can you hear me? This I know.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Maccabi, I heard you just a moment ago. Let's see. Original Man 7 says, this Jihad Allah says, men must be able to identify the women who are merely attracted to a righteous man and how we live our lives, but they themselves are not ready to live that same righteous life. Women are also quick to tell a man what they expect and deserve. I really wish my brothers were the same way. Love me or leave me alone. Brand new beings. Peace, God. Peace. Were y'all able to hear me?
I can hear you.
Y'all heard me?
Yup.
Okay, yeah. All right. Maccabi late stepped away. If y'all can hear me, yeah, I hear you, Fareed. You sound a little far away, but I hear you. I'm going to elaborate on what Jihad just said. What I'm going to do, I may have to like set this up and postpone this for another time. We got to do this. StreamYard, they always add in like new features to their platform, and it actually makes it a bit more complicated from the music and everything else, and the new things that you can do with the mics and the devices. You know, I believe if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. Sometimes the best things are the simplest things. You know, I don't know if y'all can hear me. Sounds like Maccabi just came back. Maccabi, can you hear me? I don't know if Maccabi can hear. If those can hear me in the audience,
Can you hear me
Fareed,
again?
Can you hear?
Can you hear me again?
Yeah, I hear you, Maccabi. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I can hear y'all both clearly now. Fareed, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Maccabi, you there? Well, now we hear an echo. All right, check it. We're going to do this. We're going to reschedule this because, I don't know, something with the sounds and everything. We got to make sure our sounds and everything is good before we, so that way we can flow uninterruptedly, because there was a whole lot more we was going to get into, you know. The sounds are going in and out, the echoes are going in and out. So we're going to and I want to apologize to everybody that was listening. We're going to reschedule this at a time that I'll announce that we can all agree upon, and it should be a time that's convenient for all of us. And we're going to make sure everything, the material, the audio, and all the equipment is right and is set. That way everybody can hear, and we all can hear, we all can understand. So with that being said, again, apologize for the inconvenience, and we'll be back with this shortly. Peace.
Peace.